Welcome to today's video on the role of Christianity in the exploitation of Africa. Sometimes it's difficult to accept history as it is, because of our affiliations to institutions that perpetuated the worst kind of degradation, but it doesn't change these facts. Therefore, prepare yourself to be shocked as we go through history and point out Christian oversights and complacent attitudes towards the exploitation and degradation of Africa. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, now is your chance to join our ancestral tribe, so you won't miss any of our historically significant content. The Scramble for Africa, 1881 to 1914. To comprehend the Catholic Church's involvement in African exploitation, we must delve into the tumultuous era of the Scramble for Africa. In the late 19th century, European powers were fiercely vying for territorial control and resources in Africa, leading to colonization, enculturation, territorial wars, and loss of identity for Africans. The Catholic Church was at the peak of its power and was an influential force during this period, aligned itself with colonial powers, granting moral authority to their imperialistic ambitions, instead of being a moral judge, a compass, and a conscience preventing such an atrocity. Instead, they were complacent and aligned themselves to this monstrosity. The Papal Bulls and the Doctrine of Discovery, 15th century. The roots of the Church's role in African exploitation can be traced back to the 15th century. In 1455, Pope Nicholas V issued the Papal Bull Romanus Pontifex, which granted Portugal the right to colonize and subjugate non-Christian lands, including Africa. This was followed by the infamous Doctrine of Discovery, reinforced by subsequent papal bulls, such as Inter Caetera in 1493, which further legitimized European claims to African territories, disregarding the rights and humanity of the indigenous peoples. The role of missionaries. As European powers began their colonial expansion in Africa, Catholic missionaries arrived on the continent, ostensibly to spread Christianity and promote education. However, many of them became active agents in the machinery of exploitation. Some missionaries genuinely sought to uplift the local communities, but others colluded with colonial authorities, often promoting the idea of European cultural and religious superiority, leading to the erosion of African cultures and traditions. These missionaries were also instrumental in the establishment of mission schools, where African children were subjected to cultural erasure and indoctrination into European ideas. Moreover, the Church acquired vast amounts of land, displacing native communities and exploiting them as cheap labor on church-owned plantations and properties. Resistance and criticism. It's crucial to acknowledge that not all Catholics supported or participated in this exploitation. Throughout history, there were dissenting voices within the Church, such as Cardinal Lovigry, who actively spoke out against colonial abuses and called for justice in Africa. Furthermore, African leaders and intellectuals, both Christian and non-Christian, resisted the oppressive system imposed on their people, demanding independence and social justice. Confronting this painful chapter in history, the Catholic Church must acknowledge its role in African exploitation and seek genuine reconciliation with the affected communities, by making worthwhile changes with efforts to put an end to neocolonialism of all sorts and shapes and restore all African resources and faith in their indigenous systems. As we move forward, let us learn from history and work together towards healing the wounds of the past, fostering understanding, and promoting equality and equity for all. If you found this information valuable, give us a thumbs up and share it to spread awareness. Leave your thoughts and comments below, we'd love to hear your perspective.